Need some last-minute gift ideas for the tabletop sports gamer in your life? Fear not, we've got you covered. Here's a list of some very easy-to-deliver last-minute ideas that are very useful for the tabletop sports gamer. Now, maybe you want to say thank you to a buddy in the hobby, or maybe you've got family and friends who are asking you what might be useful to you, and you don't want to send them down the rabbit hole of really obscure games or card sets, and the shipping dates are probably past anyway. So, right at the top of the list is membership in one of the many professional sports halls of fame or research organizations. Take, for instance, the Professional Football Researchers Association. $35 annual membership gets you 6 issues of the Coffin Corner magazine, plus access to all the old issues. The research by the PFRA is spectacular, richly detailed, highly useful for the tabletop sports gamer, particularly those who like to play older, historically important seasons. And you also stay up to date with the annual convention, which this year is in Pittsburgh in July. Maybe you'd like to splurge and buy a gift of a ticket to that convention. Or maybe, again, the Pro Football Hall of Fame or Cooperstown, Baseball Hall of Fame, they have memberships and lots of perks there. And you can simply sign up for it, purchase it, maybe download a gift certificate or something like that, put it in a card or e-card, something like that, and you're good to go. You also have many state sports halls of fame, and so that's something, someone is in proximity to one of those, maybe you buy them a membership, and that's a great something you can put in the card, and it can be very useful for an entire year. Maybe it's something that your tabletop sports gamer has been on the fence about, not sure if it'll be useful. I can vouch for the PFRA, very, very useful for replay projects. Now, for you APBA folks who want to go back and talk about the games that you love in particular depth, I highly recommend the APBA Journal on USB drive. Bob Tassinari purchased the APBA Journal. We interviewed him around 2012, and he purchased it, and he digitized all the issues from the late 60s to 2001, 2002. This is incredible material, as useful today as it was then. Incredible statistical analyses and just fun honoring of the hobby of APBA. All the games covered. Howard Alskog in the football columns, Greg Wells, Lee Fu Young, Bob Savage, Apollone, Robert Henry, the Q&A columns, you name it. Incredible stuff. You can get the entire APBA Journal on USB drive for $100 on eBay from Bob Tassinari, or you can get for $50 the condensed versions, the reference packs that focus on some highlighted articles for the various sports: football, baseball, basketball, golf. Card holders are another great idea. Now, we've been using Titanes from a gentleman out in eastern Pennsylvania. You've seen them in my videos. They're these cool little rubber holders, right? And they come apart. So, you can kind of create, at least for now, you can create, you can create the Steelers, right? The black and gold, kind of the beige, or the Raiders. These are 4 colors: are black, gray, silver, beige, gold, and red. Now, I often use them for holding my substitute players. So, my wide receiver, my tight end, or in this case, you got Fred Dean he's a 3-2, 3 against the pass, 2 against the run. His counterpart Stuckey is 2 against the pass, 3 against the run, so you'd alternate them on running and passing down, something like that. But any card holders will do. I'll put the link to Titanes here. They sell through Etsy. You can get packs of 10 or 20 or 30. Very cool, very durable, and you can use them to great effect. Now, we talked about the APBA Journal. Let's talk about journals in general. Years ago, my wife got me a stack of these composition books. They've been incredible. I didn't know what to do with them, wasn't sure. I've used them to journal all my projects: the APBA Football Combine, our statistical analysis from 2012, my Silver Series replay of the Raiders and Cowboys, my 76 Buccaneers replay, tons of potential mod ideas. They're just... incredible for sketching anything. You don't have to worry about the lines. You can pick up a pack of these anywhere, the dollar store, Staples, you name it. Very, very useful. Or any other pads like this. I particularly like these because they're durable and they're fairly compact, easy to store, and you can label them out front. And it's got a nice cloth binding so you can keep your stats. Now, of course, you might have someone who uses the digital stat keeping devices and apps out there, but nothing like good old pen and paper. Speaking of pens and paper, pencils and pens. You can't go wrong with a pack of, just great stuff. You're always filling out rosters or filling out score sheets, you name it. Pens and pencils never going to go to waste. Dyson shakers. Can you get enough Dyson shakers? How many of these do you lose a year? I just lost one putting this up in the camera view. Look, tons of shakers. You can't go wrong with them. They get misplaced. You have multiple games going on. You want to change your role. Maybe you want to check out some of the more precise casino dice. The very precisely machined, very sharp edge ones. And again, that's something you get through Amazon, probably shipped very quickly. Next is envelopes. Bunch of these simple coin envelopes for your APBA cards, your Strat cards, you name it. All right. You can even get the old long style ones. This is an actual one from, but you can get all these various sizes of coin envelopes, again, through Amazon, Prime Shipping, or Staples, Home Depot. You can store all manner of game components in these envelopes. They're fantastic. All right. Even the plastic sheets for putting cards in individually. Go to one of your local card and game shops. Another must-have item that no tabletop sports gamer can go without is storage. Storage for cards. I've been using some of these for years. You can just assemble them really quickly, and they'll hold a lot of cards. Okay, but you've got the transparent ones that lock. Again, Staples, Home Depot, or Amazon if you want to use the ones that APBA sends its cards in now. You just buy a bunch of these, probably from Uline or something like that, and you can probably still get it shipped pretty quickly, or Amazon Prime, or again, any boxes at your Container Store or your Home Depot, or even your ShopRite. Any of your supermarkets has these, your drugstores. Again, storage for cards. You can never have enough. A cool thing that I've been using, you'll see me use, it's rather maybe a little goofy, but hey, I like it. A wrist buddy. All right, again, Amazon, really quick, or one of Modell's, maybe one of your sports stores. It just fits right on your wrist, and you can put show notes if someone's doing a podcast, or just game rules or substitutions, whatever you want to do. And you get the one where it flips right out like that. You can put stuff in it. It's really cool. You can't beat it, and it's not that much. $6-7 maybe. Maybe you get a few of them for your league. We want to hold them when we do Canton this year. I'd like to have a bunch of these on hand. I originally wanted to do that, but when we do our gaming tournament at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, you can bet we're going to have some of these on hand. Now, for a pricier splurge, you could sign someone up for one of those adult sports fantasy camps, whether driving the NASCAR car or meeting up with some of your favorite past retired heroes. Lots of those around. We'll put some links to some of the cool ones that we've seen. Now, if you can't send your giftee to one of the adult sports fantasy camps, you can send a message from a sports hero to your giftee via Cameo. Many athletes will provide personal messages. Some will even do private video calls. You simply message the athlete with the name of the recipient, some details, and you get a nice personalized message. Now, time might be running short, but you can at least have it in the works for the holiday season. It's really cool. Folks like Rocky Blyer, for me, that's a great one. We got a message for the APBA community from Steve Carlson from the movie Slapshot. It's a really cool, simple idea. Again, you can even just make it a surprise. Download the app, you put it on your giftee's phone, and they can keep the message. It's a really cool way to connect with your heroes. So I hope those are useful to you. Happy hunting. If you have any great last-minute gifts for tabletop sports gamers, add them to the comments below. We'd love to hear them. And of course, these don't have to be just for Christmas. This can be for birthdays, anniversaries of a big game, your Immaculate Reception fan, something like that. Happy hunting and enjoy the holidays.